We have the Cameo available for you in two choices. We have that beautiful little cherub, or we have the flower. And actually,
Tulip?
funny enough, if you, oh, the tulip.
Yes.
If you are ordering the cherub, I think you order by arrow. So that if you're using express automated ordering, the cherub you order by arrow, and then the tulip you order by flower. But this is a true hand-carved Cameo
yes.
on a sardonyx shell, which, if you know and collect cameos, the sardonyx, the brown sardonyx, is actually harder to carve on than your traditional conch shell. So it's a big deal, and usually only the very most skilled craftsmen in the world can carve on sardonyx. There are cameo carvers that can carve on a traditional conch shell that can't do this beautiful brown sardonyx, which usually means it's gonna be a lot higher in price. But the great thing is, Michael, again, has curated this collection for us, gone to the actual artisans, the artisans that are sitting there at their workbench, carving these pieces, and brought them back to us here at HSN. I love these.
I just really, really love these. Do you know that Cameo has been carved into shells since about the 14th and 15th century?
Wow.
And again, the manufacturer who we went to find these pieces in Arezzo, not only are they known for that beautiful filigree work, but the fact is that these cameos are carved by hand. And if you've ever watched somebody carve a cameo, it's not like, hey, you know, it's like not like carving butter. It is time and time, and they literally whittle down the layers so that you get that gorgeous cameo so that it stands up in relief. Here we have two, which I think are really, really great. You've got the Cupid, which is, of course, the sign of love. This is the sign of desire. Now, the other is the tulip, which is perfect love. Which is, if you wanted to give this to a child, it's that gorgeous platonic type of love where it's just absolutely pure. So these are two really, really great motifs to use. And again, notice the gorgeous filigree work around the outside.
Well, and we include the necklace, the chain along with it, which is amazing.
18-inch, right?
Yeah, 14 karat gold, 18 inches. But the neat thing, I want to show you all this because I love that we did this. This is an 18-inch chain, but you actually can clasp this at a 16-inch or a 17-inch or an 18-inch, which is genius. Right. Because so many times we go, oh gosh, do I want to buy that 16-inch chain because I really love it in the hollow of my neck, or do I want it 18 inches, I want it to drop down a little more, and you try to make that decision, you end up with just one chain, and you always wish you'd gone the other way. We have three different lengths here.
This is great because I'll tell you from a stylist perspective, the number of times that I've actually been on a red carpet, like either lengthening something with fishing wire or sewing things up with fishing wire to get it just that right length.
Do you carry all that in a little case?
I do, I'm like the MacGyver. But the great thing is that we've kind of taken that guesswork out of it. So, you know, I'm wearing an open shirt today. You're wearing a V-neck. Every blouse you wear, every top that you wear is probably going to be fitting you at just a slightly different way. This is what gives you the flexibility to wear it at any length you want.
Absolutely.
Now, do you know about cameos? Actually, a cameo actually comes from the word, cameo means magic square.
I did not know that.
Because cameos were actually originally worn as talismans so that people could ward off evil, so that they could say things to one another that other people couldn't hear. So this is a really, really wonderful way to really say, I love you to somebody.
Well, and it's also a dying art form. There will be years in the future where we will not be able to do cameos because literally it's something that was passed down from generation to generation, and a lot of the younger generations are not now, you know, doing the apprenticeships with the elders in their family, so they're not continuing the tradition. So there are a limited number of cameo carvers in the entire world.
And when you think about each one of these being carved by hand and the amount of hours that it takes. I'm going to tell you, when I watched these cameos being cut, it's truly amazing and an art form. You noticed earlier when we were showing specifically the tulip, the gradation of color going from the pink all the way to the bright white. What this means is that this artist sat there and said, I need to carve this just a little
Right.
bit deeper so I get that relief, so that I get that gorgeous height and that really beautiful white around the edges.
Well, and the thing is, if they're, and it's so, if you've ever had the chance to see someone carving, the tools that they use are very primitive tools. I mean, we're
Right.
not talking about, you know, carving this with some type of computer-aided, generated tool. They use the same tools that they used hundreds of years ago. And if they're off by a little fraction of a millimeter in how deep they carve it,
It's
then
gone.
the entire piece is gone. They have to start over. It's really amazing.
It really is true. The fact is that this is really a dying art, and I also love the fact that when you're wearing a piece of jewelry, that you're wearing something individual, because each one is going to be a little different.
You're right.
Because it is done by hand. It's a little piece of art that you are wearing that nobody else has. Even if they have the same one, it will not be exactly the same.
So keep in mind, you're getting that necklace that is 18 inches. It clasps at 16, 17, and 18 inches. So you don't have to pick which length you want. It actually has the clasp at 16, 17, and 18. The drop is about 1 inch in the length. It is 14 karat gold, made in Italy, but all individually hand carved. The cameo is set on a workbench, and the artisans carve that motif, every single one in a singular fashion. Hope you can do that, because you know it's really today difficult to find a cameo, period. And we brought